from my viewpoint, it is extremely difficult to supply stable electric power to these flat, huge demand with the intermittent power sources such as solar power or wind power.
Yeah.
And then obviously the best way is to generate electric power by nuclear, and it's for avoiding CO2 emissions. So 100% renewable is very, very difficult. Actually, it's almost impossible. That's why that we need nuclear to a certain extent.
It's great to see you back at SETA. I saw you last year and was lucky to interview you.
Yes.
And this morning you gave a keynote speech. Can you share with us some of the highlights that you gave to SETA 2024?
Yes. This is my second time to join this conference, and then since last year. And today I talked about electric power demand is growing very, very much because of the electrification on demand side. So electrification means that using electric vehicles or using heat pump system to have a heat, and then decarbonize the increasing electric demand by renewable energy or nuclear energy, those things. This causes that increase of the electric demand. So we have to have enough supply power, hopefully less carbonized sources. And then the growth of the electric demand will be accelerated by the explosive demand and explosive spread of the AI-related technologies such as semiconductor factories, data centers, and those will increase electric demand further. So it's a good thing, but from the viewpoint of the supply side, it's not easy, and it's gonna be continues to be a big challenge for us to supply stable supply of electric power for these emerging increasing demand.
Can we go truly green in the supply of energy?
Well, it's 100%. It's very, very difficult because think about the data center. 45% of the electric demand for data center is for air conditioning, cooling, and 30% is for computing. So in other words, 75% they operate at the high utilization ratio 24/7. So it's kind of very flat demand. It doesn't go like this.
It's constant.
Yeah, that's right. So it means I have been in electric power company, working for electric power company for many decades. And then from my viewpoint, it is extremely difficult to supply stable electric power to these flat, huge demand with the intermittent power sources such as solar power or wind power.
Yeah.
And then obviously the best way is to generate electric power by nuclear, and it's for avoiding CO2 emissions. So 100% renewable is very, very difficult. Actually, it's almost impossible. That's why that we need nuclear to a certain extent.
Will countries accept nuclear?
Well, it's a good question.
And are there scientific advancements in nuclear to make it safer and more efficient?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. So, but of course, we have learned a lot from the Fukushima accident.
Yes.
And so utilizing these lessons we learned from the accident, and incorporate these lessons into the operation of the nuclear power in the future. That's must, of course. Safety is, of course, must. But still, taking into account the huge volume of the electric power need, and then that flat demand for 24/7.
Yes.
I think we definitely have nuclear power. That would be much, much easier.
Yeah,
And
if
then
we-
also, AI-related electric demand is not just a developed country. All the country, someday in a very near future, all the smartphone will be equipped with this application, right? And then people in the world will use this and asking them many, many, many questions, right? It's gonna be a huge demand. So
So whilst we're heading into hopefully a green future, we're also heading to an energy hungry future because
Yes.
the more technology we're surrounded
Yes.
by,
Yeah.
the more hungry that technology is for energy.
yes,
And basically, as you say, the power industry is challenged
Exactly,
to
yeah.
keep up with that demand. And at the same time, the public sentiment is to move away from fossil fuels.
Yes.
And so it's a balance.
Yes.
And as you say,
Yes.
maybe the solution, part of the mix,
Mix,
is
okay.
nuclear.
yes. And then of course I am very much expecting that potential of the thermal power plant. I mean, geothermal power plants.
Yes.
And in Indonesia and then in Japan, we have a huge potential for that.
Okay.
So it's a very stable electric power sources,
Yep.
and then no carbon dioxide. So,
Perfect. Thank you so much for
you.
meeting with us
Thank you.
again
Thank
at
you.
SETA.
Thank you.
And I wish you a great show for
you.
today, tomorrow,
Yeah.
and the next day.
Yeah.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
meeting you.